away things? Thank you, everybody. Okay. Over the past few months, the Senate appropriations process has been a shining example of how things should get done in Washington. These are times when people are divided. This is a closely divided chamber. But nevertheless, we can summarize the Senate's work in funding the government in one word: bipartisan. Bipartisan. Both parties in both chambers will have to work together if we are to avoid a shutdown. So when the House returns next week, I implore, I beg my House Republican colleagues to follow the Senate's lead, to recognize that time is short, and the only way to avoid a shutdown is through bipartisanship in both the House and the Senate. If both sides work in good faith, embrace bipartisanship as we've done in the Senate, avoid all or nothing tactics, my way or the highway tactics, which they tried to do on the debt ceiling, then there'll be no shutdown, and that'll be good news for the American people. I've had a conversation with Speaker McCarthy, and we had a good conversation. We agreed a CR is the best way to go. He's going to have a rough time implementing it, but I hope he sticks to his guns. And I think he knows, I think Leader McCarthy knows, that if a shutdown happens, it'll be caused by House Republicans. It'll be bad for the country, but it'll also be very bad for them.
Here in the Senate, we have proven there is exactly zero reason for chaos or for shutdown. I'm working with Vice Chair Collins. The Senate Appropriations Committee has shown the American people that Congress can actually do its job, that we can work in a timely, bipartisan way to solve problems and make life better for the communities that we represent. We heard from members on both sides of the aisle. They want to return to regular order, and we've been working very hard to make sure an open, bipartisan process is going on to make that happen.
Well, good afternoon, everyone. I know there's a difference of opinion in my party on this, and I think the president has, been too slow to keep the commitments that he's made publicly, but at least he's supporting the effort. I think he could have done it more skillfully, but he is supporting the effort, and I intend to continue to support it, and I hope the majority of my colleagues will feel the same way.
I talk a lot around here about regular order. And the reason I do that is because I think bills, when they move through regular order, is a more transparent process. It is more accountable to the people in this country. And I hope that we can have a regular order process as we begin to deal with appropriation bills, so we don't end up like we did last year at the end of the year with everything piled up in this big train wreck of one big appropriations bill that's a take it or leave it proposition.
A vote on the chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff's nominee if the standoff with